Hey everyone, in this video we'll examine the end behavior of rational functions. So we have this rational function graphed right here, f of x equals 1 over x. And let's go ahead and just observe the end behavior by taking a look at the graph. So for the end behavior, we want to see what f of x approaches as x approaches infinity, and as x approaches negative infinity. So as x approaches infinity, what does f of x approach? And as x approaches negative infinity, what does f of x approach? So if we just go ahead and observe this graph right here, we know that as we go towards the right on the x-axis, so infinity on the x-axis is this way, to the right, where is the function going? Where is the blue curve going to? Well, it looks like it's heading towards y equals 0. And that's actually what it approaches. As x approaches infinity, f of x approaches 0. And same thing in the other direction. As x approaches negative infinity, off to the left, the blue function f of x approaches 0 as well. That also approaches 0. So to write this more concisely, as x approaches either positive or negative infinity, f of x approaches 0. And that's the end behavior for this rational function. And let's go ahead and just take a look by inputting a few values for x into this function. So f of 1 we know is 1 over 1, which is 1. Good. What about a higher number, f of 10? F of 10 is 1 over 10, which is 0.1. Okay. How about f of 100? Well, that's 1 over 100, which is 0.01. And f of 1,000, so an even larger number, it's 1 over 1,000, which is 0.001. So as you can see, we're actually getting closer and closer to 0, but f of x only approaches 0. This approaches 0, it approaches 0, but it never actually gets to 0. It never equals 0. There is no value where f of x will be 0. And that's the point with the rational function. If you go ahead and actually try to solve it algebraically, you set f of x equal to 0. So 0 equals 1 over x. It would be impossible to solve for x here. If you go ahead and try to multiply by x on both sides, you couldn't do it because then these would cancel out. X times 0 over here is just 0. And you're left with the nonsensical equation 0 equals 1, which is not true. So it would be impossible to solve for x when f of x equals 0. So that's the important thing to realize when talking about the end behavior with rational functions. It approaches 0 when you go to positive or negative infinity, but it never actually gets to 0. Now, that's for this standard rational function, f of x equals 1 over x. If we were to shift it, so if we went ahead and transformed it to g of x, let's say we wanted to shift it up by 2, so 1 over x plus 2. So if I were to draw g of x, and let me actually just write the equation for it down here. So g of x equals 1 over x plus 2. All this is f of x, but it's shifted up by 2. So we're going to go ahead and shift every point up by 2. So every point is going to be shifted up by 2. 2 right here. Right here. Then we're going to shift this up by 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. Right here. So that's g of x, 1 over x plus 2. And as you can see right here, the end behavior is a little different. So as x approaches positive infinity, this way, g of x approaches not 0, but it approaches this line right here at y equals 2. So let me go ahead and draw y equals 2 right here. So y equals 2. Let me just draw that one more time. Y equals 2. There we go. Okay, so yeah, and then g of x approaches 2. So right here, the end behavior has shifted up by 2. So instead of as x approaches plus minus infinity, f of x approaches 0. For g of x, it would be as x approaches plus minus infinity, f of x approaches 2. There we go. So that's the end behavior. And this line, by the way, this line y equals 2, and what was down here before, y equals 0, or the x-axis, these are asymptotes. So these lines are called asymptotes, and let me go ahead and write that down. This is called an asymptote. And we'll go more into detail about what asymptotes are in the next video, but basically they are lines where the function will approach that line, but it will never actually cross or reach that line. So these are called asymptotes, and more specifically, these are both horizontal asymptotes. In the next video, we'll go over horizontal and vertical asymptotes for different types of rational functions, and we'll see how exactly they're shown on graphs. So I hope this video helps, and if you have any questions at all, please leave them down in the comments below, and thank you for watching.